Hey guys, it's Abs,
Nene,
and Nick, and you're listening to
Real Sip.
Alright, guys. If you haven't checked out our last podcast, be sure to go ahead and hit that up. And also check out our Instagram too as well.
Today's topic is going to be about self-esteem and confidence.
Okay, y'all. So we're just going to talk about how self-esteem and confidence got us to the point that we are at today. Like when I was in high school, middle school age, I had absolutely no confidence in myself. I hid behind dark clothes and just being the shy, quiet girl. And as I got older and started to learn to love myself, I actually became this outgoing person, which I love fashion now. I actually take pride in my clothes and how I walk, and it really has changed my life.
Oh, it really changed your life? It really did?
Yeah, it really did.
You're welcome.
Y'all are silly. But
no, because in high school she always called me a shopaholic.
Okay.
Shopaholic.
Yeah. Well, I feel like, it's important for, girls who are in high school, middle school, to actually have that confidence in themselves. Yeah, guys too as well, because there are a lot of guys who don't have that either. But essentially, it starts to make them view themselves more of, how they should see themselves in comparison to how other people view them. Because I know it's hard being in middle school and high school. Kids are horrible. So if you have a good confidence in yourself, it helps a lot, and that plays into your self-esteem. So people just talk a lot of crap, man. That's all I can say. Like, people talk shit
a lot.
It's not just about talking crap. Honestly, sometimes self-esteem and confidence can also build from a relationship. If you already started off not feeling like loving yourself, and then when you finally get in a relationship, like say it's a dude or a woman that you finally always want to be with, sometimes they could sense that you don't love yourself and they start abusing you more, make you feel weaker about yourself. I have experienced that in one of my relationships because I was bigger than my ex at the time. So he always used to make me feel like I wasn't always good enough. Oh, you can't dress like this. You need to dress like this. Oh, don't act like, trying to change me. So me feeling like I didn't want to lose him, I did all that.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I almost lost myself.
Wow.
I almost lost myself.
That's the scary part, that you almost lost yourself. And I love who you are, because you're crazy.
I really did. But then when I started realizing, even for my previous relationship, I gave him my all too, because I wanted to make up for my last relationship. That's like, anyone that knows me know I'm like one of the confident person.
Yeah.
So there's times you will lose yourself, and you have to remind yourself, especially if you have really good friends who actually know you and help you through the journey. Like, yo, this ain't who you are.
Yeah.
Get out of it.
Right.
You know, because no one doesn't deserve you than yourself.
True.
If they don't accept you for who you are, they got to go.
Yeah.
Right.
The only thing you can do is outshine them. Not in the way like, oh, look at me now. Like, just start finding who you want to be. Look yourself in the mirror and be like, I know I can do better. I know I am better.
Yeah.
Right. And that's where it starts at. You have to be able to see yourself differently than how the world sees you. And I know it's hard to do that because you constantly have these models. You have the celebrities who all have everything that you probably don't have. Or they look a certain way, and that's the look that you strive to essentially try to be. But honestly, it's better to just be yourself, because the moment you start trying to be like these celebrities and all these models and stuff, like Nene was just saying, like, you start to lose who you really are, because now you're becoming somebody else and not who you truly essentially set out to be. So with that self-esteem, that plays a lot in, like, I think the media, the way the media portrays women and men too nowadays. It's kind of hard to have confidence. And then being a girl in high school, middle school, I mean, even a young woman, like, that's kind of hard because you see what society views as beauty.
Beautiful. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's not okay. But
it also builds up jealousy.
Yeah.
Really badly, yes.
From my previous relationship, regardless.
Yeah.
Because his thing was, because he'd been picked on, his self-esteem was low, his confidence was low. So he always was jealous of what I do and what I could do. Like he really was revengeful. And one thing I learned, when someone's revengeful, it's because they're jealous of you. Even my relationship before that was jealous of me. I had good grades, was jealous of me too. So it's like people have to understand, like, jealousy really plays an important role, because it's like you have to understand, like, you will have enemies who wish they was you. So you have to, like, make sure that you don't lose that self confidence in yourself because someone wants to outshine. Like my mom always taught me, you always have to try to be better than the next person.
Yeah, but I never thought, like, back in the day, like when people used to pick on me, I never thought it was because they were jealous of me.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just because they thought they were better than me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when I took, like, a step back and was like, why do you take so much time to put someone down? And I realized, okay, they feel some type of way. They see something in me that I couldn't even see.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And now I can look in the mirror and I be like, oh, you look good today, girl. Go ahead, girl. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
But it took me a long journey to get to that. You know what I mean?
And sometimes it still takes a long journey to get to that too. Like sometimes you will have a friend of yours who has a spouse who your spouse don't want you to be friends with because they're jealous of your friend, and then you started making that as in like, oh, well, I'm just gonna make up something like, oh, I don't talk to that person no more. Then it's like, okay, that's not my fault that your spouse feels insecure. That's where insecurity comes in too.
Yeah.
And you can't let insecurity, self-esteem, and less confidence, ruin who you are or who you want to be in life. And that's what people don't understand. Like, you have to, like, number one thing, you have to love yourself. It's not easy loving yourself because, like I said earlier, you want to be that model. You want to be Kim Kardashian. You want to be Nicki Minaj. I'm sorry. They're fake. Because at the end of the day, they didn't love themselves either. If they had to put in boobs, put in hips, slim their stomach and stuff, they don't love themselves either.
Yeah.
Like, listen to the music they keep portraying to themselves. They're trying to make sure they feel good about themselves. There's some celebrity who doesn't even love themselves. Some celebrities feel like they want to be ordinary people. Don't look at them as a role model. Look at yourself as a role model because you never know who's looking up to you either.
That is very
Me
true.
as a photographer, I love to say I love taking pictures of plus size women. I really do. Because at the end of the day, I like that confidence they show. Like, oh, I know I'm not a size 2, but hey, I'm going to show you what I can own. There's this girl who wants to do a photo with me. First thing she said, I want to be a plus size model. You know what she called? She said she's fat and bougie. Hey. And I was like, shh. And she said, make sure you put that on Instagram because I want people to know I'm fat and bougie. I said, okay. Because to me, I like that confidence. Yeah. Even me being being a size like thick, there's times I felt insecure about myself because I was developing. I didn't like having the big booty and the nice shape. I didn't like people looking at me like a horn dog.
Right.
Yeah.
You know? And people don't understand it. Like, even men, some men probably go through that too. Like, they just want to be looked as a father, a husband. No, people want to look at him not just a sex symbol.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. So we actually have a guest that's going to be with us today. It's one of my friends, Markie. And she's basically going to actually add in her input in regards to self-esteem and confidence. Markie, you there?
I am here. Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hello, Markie.
These fools.
So can you, like, tell us of an experience where you had to go up against having low self-esteem or go up against someone who made you feel less than you are?
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Coming from the background I'm coming from, I have always been plus size. So when I say plus size, like, I'm a big girl. When I say big girl, true to the bone.
I'm with you, girl. I'm with you, girl.
Every single way. So growing up, of course, you have these ideals where it's like everyone is so much smaller than you. You're taller. You're bigger than everyone, and so you're a sore thumb. You're always gonna stick out. And I think that's something that has always been apparent for me. So it's a constant battle, and even now as an adult, like, I still kind of go through these issues where I just don't feel like I'm good enough, or I just kind of put myself down, like, oh no, don't go do that, because girl, you're not ready for that, like, you're not there yet. So I think it's an ongoing battle for me personally. So when I say I speak from experience, like having having low self-esteem and just how you maneuver yourself. So like with situations, it's how I interact with people. It's apparent. I avoid certain types of contact because I just don't feel sure in myself. But at the same time, having the issues, you know, it pushes you to kind of achieve in certain parts of life, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So every type of experience really involves or interacts with my level of self-esteem.
Okay.
Which is really true because, like, I know my number one motto is I got this. Because it's true. We all got this. It's like, even if you don't feel like you do based off, like, for example, people think because I have a big booty, I can't wear a size 13 in June. Number one thing I said, how about you check my little thing, because I'm crazy like that, and you see it's 1-3. Thank you and come again. And then they'll be like, oh, for real? Because people are so quick to judge you by your size and everything, or how you look, and they don't like to look at you for your inside. And it's like, it kills me. Especially me, I'm very old school. So I like to look at people from the inside versus the outside.
So true, and that's just not the world we live in today. Mm-hmm. It's just absolutely not. I mean, today everything is so visual, and if it's not up front and in your face, then it has no value at all.
Exactly.
Right.
Like when someone wants to take a picture of a model, she has to have a big booty and a pretty face. That big booty and pretty face probably have a crooked teeth and can't even pose. You know what I'm saying?
Lord.
So it's like, I'm just, let's be real here. Like people's not looking at the inside. They're just looking at, oh, she has a pretty, and then as soon as she opened her mouth, it's like, I'm trapped now. Oh, I'm trapped. Nah, nigga, you ain't trapped. You should never look at how the person looked from the inside. The outside, I'm sorry.
Okay, do you think, like, have you, since then, like, I know you said it's a struggle right now in your adult years still, do you have different ways of maybe, like, coping with that feeling of maybe some days feeling like you have low self-esteem or you don't have enough confidence to actually want to get up and actually go out there and deal with people in society? Like, have you found ways to actually how to counteract that?
Honestly, I would say yes. I think the biggest thing that you have to do is to consider your achievements. Think about the person that you are and what you have achieved. No, I'm not a size 2, but I know how to dress when I get ready to.
You go, girl.
Right.
You just have to think of those accomplishments. No, I may not be the greatest looking girl in the world, but I'm smart as a whip.
Right.
So you have to find those things about yourself that you can love, or those things that you can present to the world. And I feel like with time, it comes along. You start to learn to love yourself a little bit more each day. No, it's not an overnight process. It's definitely something you have to work on every day.
Yes.
You have to work on it every day, because every day you're going to wake up and whatever it is that is your complex is going to be there, and it's not going to be great, and it's not going to be what you want it to be.
Right.
But you have to celebrate those small victories, those accomplishments that you've accomplished, because that's what's going to help you in the long run.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
I agree.
Yeah.
You're right. That's why I'm ready with blonde hair.
Okay, Markie. Well, thank you for, being here on today's show. We'll look forward to, hitting you back up again. We appreciate all the insight.
All right. Bye, Markie. Bye, Markie.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, I love what she said. I mean,
everything she said.
It is a day-to-day process.
Yeah, it is. You got to take it one day at a time. And then like she said, you have to be, just be satisfied with the victories that you do have. Like the little victories that you do have. Like I said, sometimes, most days, it's hard to get up out of the bed. And then you just like, I know, I'm like, going in the closet like, oh, I got to wear this. I got to put this on, because I don't really like dressing up like that. But then it's like, I think about it because I'm like, I can't obviously wear T-shirt and damn gym shorts out everywhere I go.
Wow.
I mean, I potentially can, but it's like little things that you try to work on because when you go out there, you're thinking about what society is going to say or how society thinks that t-shirts and gym shorts, that's not an okay look when you're going into a restaurant. Yeah. Or if you're going to an event, that's not okay to wear t-shirt and gym shorts there.
Sometimes it also can come from sexuality too. Some people don't feel comfortable.
Yeah, that's very true.
Oh yeah, because like the fortune of the world we live in, even if it is legal now, people still not accepting it a certain way, you know.
Right.
And it's like something I don't agree with, like the whole bathroom thing. I totally understand that, because if I ever have kids and I see a male who is like a female, the first thing I'm gonna think about is he really, fully female? Because just because you are a female, that doesn't mean you don't have male hormones. I still gotta look out for my child, especially a bunch of kids these days are getting kidnapped, raped, and everything else. It's like you have to look at stuff like that. Other than that, I really not gonna sit here and be like, oh my gosh, because you're homosexual. Like, who cares? We live in a world of freedom,
right?
Do we or do we not? The only thing is I don't agree with is just the bathroom.
Well, yeah, the bathroom thing, essentially, that's just an ongoing topic and discussion. But as far as like clothing wise, honestly, I feel like at the end of the day, when that person removes the clothes, they're still gonna be who they are. Clothes don't define an individual. True. Like, sometimes I just like wearing gym shorts and a t-shirt. That doesn't make me any less of who I am. That doesn't make me not a girl. Like, I know I'm a girl, etc. And some days I feel like, shit, I want to wear a dress today. That doesn't make me confused. That just makes me what I want to wear, and that's what I choose to wear. Yeah. That's what I want to wear. Hell, if I want to bust out with the dang lingerie one day, hey, that's just my decision. But
just don't show it.
It's just
you know your free time.
Obviously not out in the open, but I'm saying like it doesn't. What you wear, clothes does not define who you are as a human being.
It's just you want to like just show off the styles that you can offer towards other people.
Right. That's true. But back when I was in middle school stuff, clothes are what I hid behind because of my shape. You know what I mean? So I didn't really adventure towards, let me dress sexy today. It was always big, baggy, hide everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember we used to do that.
Yeah. Big, baggy, hide everything. Don't let nobody see nothing because you don't want them to talk. You know what I mean?
But that's why at the end of the day, people still going to talk.
They're going to talk regardless. And I learned that
the
hard way.
That's what I'm saying. You dress t-shirt.
It's like back to the relationship thing too. Like, just because, you could be the baddest man or woman in life, that doesn't mean you don't feel any less of yourself. Yeah. Like, if you gotta understand, remember to love yourself. Just because your partner want to ask people or be sneaky in some type of thing, don't let that get to you, because you can pull anybody you want. You just gotta think like that.
Exactly. That's where the confidence comes in. It's like, I don't give a fuck. Excuse my language. I have gym shorts on and a t-shirt. I bet you I still can get whoever I want. Like, I go out and night clothes. What is it called? Pajamas. Night clothes. I can't even think straight. I bet you I still get whoever I want. And that's just because of my level of confidence. Now, if somebody doesn't have confidence, of course they're going to feel some type of way. Oh, what I have on, I'm not going to be able to attract this person and that person. But essentially, it goes back to confidence.
And then people also lie about who they are because they don't love who they are.
Exactly. Yeah. So then you have people, like, prime example, I'm just share this with y'all. Okay, my mom is not like the best mom in the whole world or anything like that. I don't necessarily have a good relationship with her. But when I was younger, I used to like develop these stories, and I portrayed her as the idea of what I wanted her to be, even though I know she was the complete opposite. So essentially, that's what I was doing. I was creating this story, and people would ask me about my mom. I'd be like, "Yo, my mom is this, that, and the third. Like, she got it going on. Like Stacy's mom got it going on." I was like, "My mom is, she is about to be the next president." No, I'm just kidding. But but no, like legit, that was my way of not having to actually deal with how my mom made my self-esteem kind of look, like how she made me feel. And essentially, that put like a hinder on me having low self-esteem due to that nature.
That happens. Like, some people used to tell me I'm not gonna make it far in life, or I'm not good enough for nobody. And now where I'm at, about to own my own business. I got a master's degree. and I got a wonderful man.
Exactly.
So,
Go ahead, girl.
And you did,
Well,
and you did all that without having to worry about what society thinks.
Thanks for you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You know,
that's when
or how
Mhm.
big you are, how small you are, how you look. None of that matters. Because at the end of the day, that degree still got your name on it. It don't say, oh, Nene with the heels and the dress and all that on there. It don't say all that. It just says your name.
Because you have to represent who you are. So,
Yeah.
anything you have to say, Abby?
Anything else you want to add before we close this show out?
Love yourself. Be yourself.
Think positive. Positive vibes only, y'all.
And most likely look yourself in the mirror and say, screw all you
Exactly.
niggas.
Said, you know, you got to talk to that woman or that man in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to be, if you know you, you know, lack of better words, a JA, check ass for y'all fellas. And women, if you know you just a little feisty firecracker, look at yourself in the mirror and be like, hey, I need to change something. I need to be nice to the next person y'all see on the street. Be nice to them. If you see someone who's bigger than you or smaller than you or whatever, be nice to them. Say hi.
Or don't see size at all.
Exactly. Just see them.
Be genuinely nice.
Just see them. Don't even look at stuff like that, because I know for a fact some people go out there and that's the first thing you notice. Like, oh, what does he have on? Don't see past the clothes. See the person.
See them. Don't use them.
Exactly.
Bam, bam. All right, we gotta close this out, y'all.
All right, y'all. Again, we want to thank y'all again for tuning in. Catch us on the next one. Probably be a few weeks later, but we not sure. But anyways, I'm just kidding. But thank y'all again for listening to Real Simp.